Audio test tape number 19. Theft from a clothing store. You will hear an audio script concerning a mission-related topic. This script will be followed by a conversation between two persons. This conversation will relate to the script. You will hear the tape only once. You will make notes of the script and of the conversation, and from these notes you will have been instructed either to answer 10 questions or complete a written report of the incident. Good luck.
On Wednesday, 30 April 2003, at 02:15 hours, a theft of clothing incident was reported to Police Station Number 4. The caller stated that he witnessed a theft of clothing incident, which had just occurred at the Best Clothes store located at Main Street 26. Grid reference 175938. Immediately, a police patrol was dispatched to the scene of the incident. On arrival at the location of the theft, the officers observed that the south side door and the door's frame were pulled away from the doorway of the building. The officers further observed vehicle tire tracks next to the doorway and a 4-meter-long section of steel chain that was still attached to the door and the door frame. The officers concluded in their investigation of the crime scene that the clothing thieves had used a chain and vehicle to pull the door and the door's frame away from the building so that they would be able to enter the building to commit the theft. The caller witness stated that at 0155 hours, 30 April, he was working late at the Best Clothes store, doing clothing alterations as the store tailor, when he heard the very loud sound of the south side door being pulled away from the building. The witness stated that as he was very frightened and hiding behind a clothing display 3 meters away from the incident, he observed 2 men run into the building and steal 17 black leather coats that had a value of 200 euros each. The witness said to the police that he could clearly see both men in the headlights of the vehicle that the offenders used to pull the door and the door's frame away from the building. The witness described the first offender as being about 30 years of age, with black hair, 180 centimeters tall, heavy build, wearing a green shirt, blue jeans, and black shoes. The witness described the second offender as being about 20 years of age, with light hair color, 175 centimeters tall, slender build, wearing a black shirt, gray pants, and brown shoes. The witness further stated that the 2 offenders committed the theft and departed the area very quickly. The witness reported the vehicle as being a small, van-type vehicle, license number 583 KS694. As it was dark, the witness was not able to identify the color of the suspect's car. The witness advised the police that he resided at Main Street 74 on the 3rd floor of the building at grid reference 173897. At 0330 hours, 30 April, the police finished their interview with the witness and advised the witness that the investigation would be continuing. The police took pictures of the door and the door's frame with the attached chain. They also took 4 meters of chain as evidence. The next morning, the witness was asked to come to police station at 0930 hours for interview. The following conversation is the dialogue between the police officer and the witness.
Police officer: Good morning. Thank you for coming into Station 4 to talk to me.
Witness: You're welcome. I want those thieves arrested for the crime they did.
What is your occupation?
I'm the store tailor at Best Clothes.
Where do you reside?
I reside at Main Street 74. third floor.
What is the grid reference of your residence?
This is at grid reference 173897.
Could you tell me when the incident happened?
Well, it happened at 01:55 hours on the 30th of April, 2003.
What were you doing in the store at this late hour?
Well, I was working late at the Best Clothes store, doing clothing alterations, being the store tailor, and then I heard a very loud sound on the south side of the store. I became very frightened and hid behind a clothing display.
What did you see?
About 3 meters away from where I was hiding, I observed 2 men run into the building and steal 17 black leather coats.
What was the cost of one of the stolen leather coats?
The coats had a value of €200 each.
Did you see these offenders?
I could see both men clearly in the lights of the headlights of the vehicle, which they used to pull the door and the door's frame away from the building.
Could you please describe both of the offenders?
The first offender was about 30 years of age, with black hair, 180 centimeters tall, heavy build, wearing a green shirt, blue jeans, and black shoes.
Do you remember what the second offender looked like?
Yes, I do. The second offender was about 20 years of age, with light color hair, 175 centimeters tall, with slender build. He was wearing a black shirt and grey pants and brown shoes.
Were you able to see their vehicle?
Yes, their vehicle was a small van type with license number 583 Kilo Sierra 694.
What was the color of their car?
Well, as the headlights from the car were shining into the building, I wasn't able to identify the color of the suspect's car, I'm afraid.
What happened then?
The police finished their interview with me at about 03:30 hours. Then they took pictures of the door, the door's frame, and the attached chain. Then they removed 4 meters of the chain from the door frame and took it as evidence.
We would say that the investigation is continuing. Do you have anything to add?
Not really.
If you remember something, let us know. Thank you for coming in to talk to me about this incident. We will keep you advised of the outcome of the investigation.
Thank you. Goodbye.